Hello, good morning. Happy Batman Day, everybody. I hope you're having an exciting Batman Day. This weekend is we got our little Batman background going to celebrate the hero with the cape and cowl. I hope everybody's off to a good weekend. I know I was ready for this weekend on like Wednesday. I was ready for this weekend. So I'm glad to be here now. We're here now. It's happening. Yeah, right, Travis? Who's that? Who's this Batman guy? Why is everybody talking about him today? Yeah, as far as I know, only superhero who has their own day. I don't remember there being a Superman day. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there isn't one and we just don't talk about it. I don't know that there's a Wolverine day. Spider-Man day. Is there a Spider-Man day? Have you heard of it? But I do know Batman Day is like a big deal with shops. They love Batman Day. So
like maybe
I don't know.
Because Marvel has their own day.
Does Marvel have their own day?
Yeah, it's like they have a birthday, and that birthday is like Marvel Day.
Marvel Day? I'll have to look that up.
And that celebrates all the superheroes. So
everybody.
And that's like from Marvel, obviously not DC because they're enemies. But
okay. Well, let's say hello to some friends in the chat, and then we can dive into some books that we've been reading and then talk about some fun. We're going to do some fun Batman countdowns, favorite thises and favorite that's, because now Charlie has seen most of the Batman movies. I think you only haven't seen the Joker movie, which is not really a kid movie. The Catwoman one. Oh, yeah, there's a few that you haven't seen, I guess. Yeah, I guess there's a few you haven't seen. But first in the chat was X11 Bravo. Boom, number 1, saying happy birthday to Charlie. She is 11. Thank you for that. Ariel Red is in the chat. Good morning to Ariel. How are you doing? And I didn't see. Oh, I saw Sheena is in the chat. Good morning to Sheena. How are you? Michael and Riley saying happy birthday. What's your favorite magic spell? They love Tarantella. Talentalegra. It forces people to dance. What's your favorite spell? Do you have a favorite spell?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't have a favorite Harry Potter spell yet?
I'm trying to think of one.
What's up, TM? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. He says happy birthday to Charlie. Did I miss anybody? Ooh, there's a lot of good chatting going on here. Simon R., good morning to you. It's Saturday. It's soccer Saturday. Charlie's got a game later today. It's all happening. What? You love soccer. Or you're just tired. Is that what it is? All right. Here we go.
I'm not tired.
You're not tired? You seem a little sleepy.
Because we didn't do very well.
But it's not about winning. It's about learning, right?
Yeah, I still don't think we're winning.
Oh, goodness.
It feels like no one was at practice yesterday.
Well, you were there and you learned and you got better, and that's what matters. What's up, Justin? My No Good Comics X-Men homie. We're going to be hanging out Tuesday night for the kickoff show. What's up, Carlito Classico? Good morning to you.
They should.
Let's see here. Let's see. Ooh. No, it should not be watched. It should not be watched. I disagree. All right, I think we got everybody. But then Just a Rican shows up. Woo-woo.
I want to watch the
splash page.
I want to watch the Catwoman.
You want to see Batman Returns and see the Catwoman one with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So let's see. Which ones haven't you seen? You haven't seen, I think I can come up with 3 Bat movies that you haven't seen.
Okay.
There might be more.
The old joke. No, yeah, I have seen that one.
You haven't seen Batman Returns. You haven't seen the new Joker movie that Joaquin Phoenix did, which is technically not a Batman movie because he's not really in it. I don't remember him being in it.
But it counts.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of counts. And you haven't seen the George Clooney Batman and Robin. So you're missing those three.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you're missing.
Yeah, and I'm also missing, like, because I think it's this George Clooney one, like that really, really old Joker, like the one that's like, wait, I might be mixing it up.
There's a TV show, Joker, played by Cesar Romero.
Yeah, I think it might be that one.
The one with that.
It was on Name That Character. There was a Joker that I've never seen before.
Yes, that was Cesar Romero from the old TV series Batman.
Yeah.
The one that was like bang, pow, and the word pow would appear on the screen when they did that. That was the old TV series. There's a little Bruce Wayne in there. I don't remember that, Travis, but maybe that I just don't remember. Maybe I don't want to remember it. I agree, Carlito. I've intentionally avoided some of those movies because I don't think Charlie would enjoy them very much. But you might like Batman Returns. It's just really dark. Like, it's really, Penguin is kind of creepy and gross.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I'm not a big Danny DeVito Penguin fan. It seems like they just wanted to be gross. It doesn't seem like they really wanted to make an interesting character. So I don't like that one.
I want to see what Arnold Schwarzenegger would be as. Mr. Freeze.
That's the George Clooney one. Arnold as Mr. Freeze and Uma as Poison Ivy. It was just bad. And then Bane, some weird rando as Bane.
Who's Uma?
She's an actress, Uma Thurman.
Oh, because there's a show in Descendants. There's a girl named Uma.
Yeah.
And I met her. I was like, she does not work out.
Yeah.
She has blue hair.
So you've seen most of the live action movies. Now you haven't seen all of the Snyderverse stuff because we obviously skipped Suicide Squad because that has Batman and Joker, a different Batman and Joker, the one with the like metal teeth, like the grill.
Ew.
That Joker with Harley.
Oh yeah, it has like that weird like metal thing.
Yeah, that's my least favorite Joker. Favorite Joker for sure.
The only reason I really like Joker from the animated series, but I don't like him from most I like him from most of the movies, but I don't like him in most of the newer comic books because I saw one where he had a knife, he was fighting Batman, and he sliced his tongue in half.
He sliced his own tongue in the comic book. It was too creepy for you. It was too creepy for you.
Really weird.
What's up, Dave Collects? What's up, Magic Lasso? What's up, Super Russ?
And then he died.
Look at all these people hanging with us.
And then he died, and the rest of the story was awesome.
He died, and then the story got good. Well, that's one way to look at it, I suppose. Yeah, I am definitely.
I should eat my bagel.
Yeah, you can. Is Jennifer here yet? But it doesn't matter, I guess. You eat your bagel for you.
You didn't do a cinnamon raisin?
No, I did. Mommy brought one of the special ones from her work. I thought you wanted the bigger ones. Sad face. I will agree with you. The animated Joker is my favorite Joker. And Mark Hamill does an amazing job. And I don't necessarily feel like anybody else matches him. I do enjoy Heath Ledger's Joker a ton. And I did enjoy the Joker movie that Carlito was talking about. But I still feel like they pale in comparison to Mark Hamill. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. If I felt like they were going to make a Dark Knight Returns movie and have like an older Joker, I would want them to hire Mark Hamill and give him the prosthetics and let him do his Joker, because I would be way more interested in that than anything else. What's up, Rob from Not Near Mint? Good morning to you.
Maybe he's too expensive. I know you have to like buy actors.
You pay them, yes. You don't buy them. All right. So I got a handful of comics that I bought this weekend. Batman is only on the cover of this one because I love this cover. I got the Super Sons cover that had the dads on it. I really liked this cover. But that's the only Batman that I've got this week from my pull list. And I didn't really like this issue. It was a little bit heavy on the exposition, chatty. So not my favorite one they've done. I do love the artwork. Yeah, so I sprung the extra $1 to get this variant because I just thought it was I love the perspective. I love the kids and the dads. I loved all that.
They're not even in the book.
They're in the very end.
Yeah.
They're at the very end. They appeared. I'll give it to them. Yeah, I agree, Bravo. The cover is what sold me on it for sure. And that was my only DC book this week. So I did not buy a ton of stuff. Rob, I would hope that he would drop everything and do that movie. I mean, please, somebody make that movie. If you want Batfleck to do his Dark Knight Returns movie, like get Mark Hamill to be his Joker, because I would be down. I would be down for that. Okay. I wanted to mention an indie that I grabbed this week. And if you weren't sure about trying it out, this is Primordial, issue number 1 from Image. Jeff Lemire is the writer. This is the same team that did Gideon Falls, which I know a lot of people that are like horror. I hesitate to call that horror, but it is like a creepy, alternate dimensional kind of creepiness. But this is a more of a sci-fi. Might have more in common with Department of Truth. But I do think Primordial is a very solid first issue. It's hard to know beyond issue number 1 what you're going to get with some of these, but I trust Jeff Lemire implicitly. And so this was a definite purchase for me. And I think you should check it out. I think you should give it a go. If you want to be like most of us and just do it in a trade and read it later on, then that I totally respect that decision, because I'm reading a lot of my indies in trades these days. But that was the only indie that I bought this week. So I'm being good about my pull list. I'm avoiding a lot of stuff, and those were the 2 that I got. Raging Cajun, good morning to you. Charlie went to go get something for her bagel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she's getting. What are you going to put on your bagel?
Jelly.
Oh, some jelly on your bagel.
I want to try it.
Just a little bit, because I don't want it all over the couch. I don't want jelly on the couch. So yeah, Primordial, and I'm looking forward to Lemire has a bunch of things on the horizon. I think he's got 2 DC books on the horizon. A Batman book and a Swamp Thing book. So you can look forward to Lemire returning to DC with 2 titles in the winter here. So be ready for that. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. Bravo's asking about my Lego slab holders. And I will pull down one. Let's see. This is the nicest looking one. There's a nice Art Germ Catwoman slab. And so I have a video on my Instagram showing how they are made, but it's a pretty simple design. You need a strong base. So I use a base, and then there's a row of 2 in the center that is empty, and it's basically the exact size of a slab. I do a set across the front that I link, and then I kind of like do higher pieces on the side so that the center of the comic is really visible. And then I create a heavy duty backing piece, because that's what it's going to lean up against at the back. And there you go. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It holds the comic well, I think. It's not designed for, like, if you bump it, the comic's going to slide around. But if you're just putting it in the background of a YouTube show, it's perfect for that. They do fit my theme, I think, really well too, right? Did I miss somebody? I know I missed. I got Raging Cajun. There's a Ruben Guzman. What is up, Ruben? How you doing, man? And Borinkin. Buenos dias. I think it might be close to noon your time. But buenos dias. Hope you're doing well. It's morning my time. Yeah, so now I need 4 of them now, because I've got a new long box, or short box, sorry. I bought this Batman short box last week, or the week before, because I kind of needed another short box, and they had a fun Batman design, and I thought, you know what? Let me just grab one of these. So there you go. Terry Vaughn, what's going on? Good morning to you. We were talking a little bit about the books of the week, and I will say my favorite book I read this week was The Trial of Magneto. I'm really enjoying this. Maybe it's just because I love the original Trial of Magneto back in issue 200 of the Uncanny X-Men. And I do like the plot and the crazy plot twists going on in this. So yeah, I really have been enjoying that. Although Primordial was really close. Primordial was great. What is up, Matt? Mr. Comics 89? So I think Trial of Magneto is probably my read of the week, just because they give a ton of great mutant characters, a little bit of stuff to do in the plot. You know, Polaris has a great sequence. I feel like this is building to something kind of fun, different, creepy, and the plot twist at the end was like, whoa, I did not see that coming, which is always exciting when you're reading a comic and it ends with something that you couldn't predict, that you were just shocked. Everything I had predicted kind of went the other way. So that's always a pleasant surprise. Charlie's touching up her bagel. As a reminder, Justin and I are restarting season 2 now of the Omni X-Men. That's going to start off on Tuesday night. I don't know if that's on my channel, Justin, or yours, but it doesn't matter to me. One of us will have this Tuesday and then the other next Tuesday, and it'll be bouncing back and forth going forward. We're going to do a kickoff show this week just to kind of recap last season, get everybody ready for season 2, kind of give you a reminder of how the whole thing works if you're new to the series, and then hopefully be ready to launch the following week. Boom, boom, boom. You got your bagel, you're good? You all jellied up? There you are. See you now.
You can tune in because Kate's not here.
Yeah, Kate's sleeping in, I guess, or at least she's just not having it today. But it's all right. You're the bigger Batman fan, I think. She's the Spider-Man fan. You're the Batman fan. Not that you both don't like both. I'm just saying in particular, right?
Yeah.
Sleepy Reader, good morning. I bought this off of Big Will Comics. He's always doing slab sales, and I got a sweet deal on that. Hope you're doing well this morning. Super chat from Ariel Red for the Bagel Fund, apparently the Jelly Fund. Yes, we are caught up on What If. We watched the latest one last night, which had to do with Killmonger and Iron Man, if you guys missed that one.
So good.
You liked that one a bunch? Ooh, we'll get into that one.
I actually hated it because, well, okay.
We'll get into that one for sure. Don't worry. Let's see here. So these are for Ariel. How about this one? And let's see, we haven't done this one in a while. And we have to give Ariel the dolphin laugh to finish it off. Ready? Let's see. How's the jelly on the bagel? Is it good? She's liking it. Good morning, brother Joe. How you doing? And Carlito asking, what is your favorite Batman story or cover? I mean, it's probably always going to be, and I think it's, did I pull it out? I didn't. Oh, I did. Right. It's behind my head. It's going to be that right there. Batman Year One is always probably going to be my favorite. Every time I go back to think it over, it's just, I enjoy it a little bit more. It's a little bit more meaningful every time. I think it's got a ton of depth. And I just, yeah, it's where I always go in my head. And then he said, Charlie.
It's fine.
Watch What If first thing Wednesday morning. Ooh, I see. We usually get to them Friday nights. That's how long it usually takes for us to get to it Friday nights.
Well, could do it Wednesday nights. I'm always one like, come on, let's watch it.
So do you have a favorite Batman story that you've read? Favorite? It could include anybody, Batgirl, Gotham Academy, any of that kind of stuff. The Bat World.
Gotham Academy.
You like Gotham Academy? I know a bunch.
I really want to get the next books. I don't know where they are.
And you read Hush, right? You read Batman Hush, right?
That was cool.
You like that one? Let's see here. I know that Downright just read Long Halloween for the first time, which for me feels like the sequel to Batman Year One. I know a lot of people say, well, it's Batman Year Two, but Year Two feels like a very different comic versus Long Halloween feels like it's connected artistically, story-wise, thematically. For me, it's the sequel to Year One. They have not seen the original Batman 66 TV series. So they have not seen that. Not yet, anyways.
I have seen part of the original Wonder Woman.
Yes, you have watched some of the OG Wonder Woman,
and I wanted to
Linda
watch
Carter.
More of it, but then Kate didn't let me.
Well, you have times when it's your freedom to watch stuff, right?
Not really, just myself. But...
Oh goodness. Let's see here. It isn't technically a sequel, yeah, but I feel like it does connect, and you could easily go from one into the next. But for me, it does feel like a sequel. Where was it? I missed somebody. Yeah, he says he has favorite Batman Beyond stories, but not Batman. There you go. Truth is, there's just a ton. There's a ton of good Batman stuff out there. I love Robin. I always shout out Robin Year One. I think is a really great read. I love the art style of that. I think it's really great. Of course, the original Court of Owls is a powerful read, and I even like City of Owls. Snyder starts to peter out after Death of the Family. I think it just kind of doesn't really hold as much water for me. But those first two trades, especially, are pretty amazing. Yeah. How about this? This is a question I was thinking of, and I want you to think a little bit about it, right? So we've seen a bunch of live action Batman movies, a ton. Which is the best acted or which of the villains that he faces do you like in those movies the most? Which one do you think is the most interesting? Because I know a lot of people will go like Heath Ledger, and I think we'll probably get a few of those in the chat.
Heath Ledger?
He did the Joker that's like, do you want to know how I got these scars?
I did like him. He was really cool, but I also really liked Talia.
You loved the reveal.
I love that one.
So when we watched The Dark Knight Rises, Charlie was so shocked by the Talia al Ghul reveal. She was like, oh, no way, it's Talia. Because she knew who Talia was, but didn't think that she thought they had changed it and that Bane was the child of Ra's al Ghul.
How many people do that?
She loved that twist. It blew you away. And I loved your reaction. You lost it. You were like, no way.
Because Talia, I love Talia. Like, she's so underrated.
Yeah. Well, she's Damien's mom.
Now that she's Damien's mom, she's getting more.
Right. So for me, I love the guy in the Nolan trilogy. I love it's pronounced, I think, Cillian Murphy, who plays Scarecrow.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I love his little arc, and I don't think he gets enough respect for what he does in those three. I know he's barely in the second and third movies, but I feel like he's just there enough. When he has that dialogue with Batman where Batman says, I don't need any help. And then he says, that's not my diagnosis. Like, there's so many little moments between Cillian Murphy and his Scarecrow and Batman that I think are really entertaining.
I forget he helps Batman.
No, the guys who are dressing up as Batman are helping him, and Batman says, I don't need any help. And then the doctor is saying, that's not my diagnosis. It's love their back and forth. So for me, I think he is really underappreciated, and I do like his performance as Crane. right? Dr. Crane and his and of course he gets a lot to do in Batman Begins, and I think he really makes a lot. He gets a lot out of his performance
I
in
like
that. His scarecrow mask and the way they digitally do the mask. I really dig it.
and then I really liked in the third one where like he's the judge.
He's the judge, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like in charge of it.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, Bane has no answer here. This is the citizens. And he's like, no lawyers, no. This is my place.
I didn't realize there was a Batman sale this morning until last night. Miss So's got to get over there and get some Batman books. Dark Knight is his favorite movie, and he played the Joker. I mean, it's hard to argue. I think a lot of people would go with that one, which is why maybe I was just trying to go a different route and say something different. And then Mr. Comics 89 mentioning Bane as well. I don't think he gets enough credit for Bane, right? I feel like people are really hard on him. That I can't remember the actor's name right now who played Bane, but I do feel like he doesn't get enough credit. People were saying he's not big enough, and I was like, the guy is ripped, and he's a pretty big guy, and he stands toe to toe with Batman. People wanted him to be 7 foot tall and all muscle, and it's just like, well, come on.
Honestly, the one in
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
The one in the animated series, like he's huge, and he's like about the same size as Batman. He just looks really ripped.
Tom Hardy, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
And like, he's like ripped. He's like about in the animated series. He's not like huge. He's like about the same height as Batman, just a little taller and really ripped. And because he's so like big, it makes him look tall.
Obviously, in the animated show, he's even bigger, right? They can draw a giant Bane. But I think I love the way he did the voice. Yeah, the Bane voice that Carlito's mentioning.
Which this is where it got me annoyed in the animated series. This is the one part that annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
They say that when Batman goes, Bane gets away.
Yeah.
And he asks Alfred, how did he get away? And he says, by a plane. I was like, how did he even fit in the door?
Right.
Well, did he just ride on the side?
He's drawn rather large. I agree that nobody is ever happy with a comic book iteration of a character. There's always somebody who's going to come. It doesn't matter what the performance is. It could be Christopher Reeve as Superman or Heath Ledger's Joker. There's always going to be people that aren't happy.
Which Christopher Reeve?
The original Superman, the one that I love.
You don't like him?
I said.
No, people don't like him.
I'm sure there's somebody that's going to complain somewhere. Tom is only 5'9". He was wearing lifts to look bigger. I did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, I loved his Bane. Even the accent, which is so mimicable, like so easy to mock, right? Perhaps they're wondering why you'd shoot a man and then throw him out of a plane. No one cared who I was before I put on the mask. Right? I think it's a silly, funny voice, but it like works. So he's so creepy, right? When he walks out on that football field before blowing it up and he's like listening to the kids sing the national anthem and he's like, what a lovely, lovely voice. Like it's just such a strange way he speaks. I love it.
And like when he says it, you don't know if he means like actually he means it or like, what a lovely voice. Hate to waste it.
I totally agree, Michael. Totally agree. So, Thierry, what's up? How you doing, man? I hope you're off to a good weekend here. I know a lot of people running out to their shop. Miss So, you better get some good Batman books. I hope you have a great Saturday. Yeah, I don't love the plot of Batman Dark Knight Rises, the Bane movie. I think the plot is very frustrating, but the performances are really good. I really like the performances.
And which one, the Bane one?
Yeah, the Bane one.
Like Christopher, no.
Simon R. Here we go for Simon R. We got how about this one? It's a me party. It really does look like Alec when I do that one, right? Get that long beard. That's my Alec look. Okay, so then what about your favorite performance of an actor playing Batman? Like, who is the best actor as Batman?
All of them are basically called Christopher, someone with a C, right?
Well, there's Michael Keaton, who was the one that you saw, the old one, right?
Uh-huh.
Then there was Val Kilmer, who you saw when he fought the Riddler and Two-Face. Then there's Christian Bale in the trilogy that we saw with Bane and with Joker and Scarecrow. And then you saw Ben Affleck with the Justice League movies and stuff. I think those are the four that you've seen. You haven't seen George Clooney. I think that's
Or
the only one you
Adam
missed.
West.
Or Adam West, yeah. Which I don't think anybody, as much as I love Adam West, I don't think anybody would put Adam West or George Clooney at the top of their list. So you've seen, I think, the ones that more people would choose as their favorite. Do you have a favorite of those? Like a person who plays Batman the best. Not necessarily the best movie, but the one who plays the best Batman. Who do you like?
Val Kilmer.
You like Val Kilmer.
I'm really very sad to find out what happened.
Yeah, Val Kilmer's had some health issues for sure the last few years here. And I will say, I rewatched his Batman movie, and it holds up far better than I thought it would. And I do think he jumped way up the list for me. What's up, GP Venom? What's going on? How you doing, man? Werewolf by Lunchtime. What's up? Yeah, it doesn't have to be the favorite movie, so it's a little bit trickier. And I will agree, Borinkin, that I think he does have, the problem is, as much as Ben Affleck has a look that works maybe for an older Batman, he has two things that go against him. One is a ton of baggage. It's hard to look at Ben Affleck because he's had so many movies. It's hard to look at him and be able to just ignore that and let him be Batman. So the baggage is tough. And number two, I have so many problems with those movies and the way they are done, and it's hard to see the performance through all the poor writing, and that's where I get lost in the Ben Affleck thing. So I struggle. Ben ends up being in the middle because of that. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. In the end, I probably would pick Christian Bale overall, but it's partly because he got the best written scripts, right? His movies were the best written, and as a result, he had the best lines and could give the best performance. I think it's hard to do this. I didn't realize how hard this question really was. Yeah, I know Adam West when you were a kid, right, Joe? Yeah, that's tricky. I will probably pick Christian Bale, and it's just because he is given the most to do. As an actor, I think he's given the most.
We'll get some milk.
He's too big to be tactically effective. Interesting. I'm excited to see what Robert Pattinson can do, because obviously he is kind of going in a different direction as far as the look and size of Batman. Jennifer's here. I'm sorry, Jennifer. Jennifer says Batfleck is a good Bruce Wayne, not a great Batman. There you go. Good to see you, Jennifer. Air Spider, did I say hello to you? He said the little one just told me it's next week, meaning time for another show. Oh, there you go.
What did I just tell you?
Oh, he was talking about his little one, his kid, not you. Let's see. Yeah, so I think I'd probably go with Christian Bale. I think his evolution across the three films is interesting. I'm just excited for what he could do. Yeah, there it is. Excited for emo Batman.
Who's emo Batman?
Oh, thanks, Terry. Let's throw up some branding for you. She is. Hey, she's got her hot takes, and let's give her a couple of them here.
Mom got the doctor.
The dog said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed."
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. And let's do the slide. Let's do the slide. Yeah, we can read your comments. They come up right here, and Charlie and I can see them. That's the cool thing about this. It's interactive, right? I do think that under-edited warehouse fight with Affleck is pretty comic cool. Yeah, I mean, he gets some pretty cool fight sequences. I'm just bothered by how
Batfleck.
yeah, the writing I just don't think is fully there. But yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Let's see
How do they
here.
always come up with the best names?
Battinson, Robert Pattinson, Batfleck. I don't think they did it with Christian Bale, did they? Christian Batson, Batman, Baleman.
Christian Bate.
I don't know. I don't remember them doing that before Batfleck. So.
Oh, and in the Lego movie they say we're Affleck level hot and we're Oprah level rich with George Clooney level charm and Val Kilmer lips.
Woo, woo, woo.
Like
what is up, JG? How you doing? Nice Van Halen logo
JG.
there.
Oh, can wait.
Jennifer says happy belated birthday. Woo, woo.
I wanna can I ask everyone a question that has nothing to do with Batman?
You want to get off of our Batman discussion?
No, I do want to go back on it later.
Oh, you want to come back to it later? Okay, what is it you want to discuss?
Everyone type in the chat their DJ name.
Your DJ name?
Yeah.
How do you find out your DJ name?
You just make it up.
You just make up a name.
It could be JJ John, JTJ.
You're just getting all kinds of wacky. I don't know. There's got to be a system for choosing your DJ name.
I know I'm DJ CJ.
Your DJ CJ. That's pretty funny.
Or a little Char Char.
That's pretty funny. Bruce Wayne. Michael Keaton was a very good Bruce Wayne and a good Batman. Val was a better Batman than a Bruce Wayne. Bale was a better Batman than Bruce Wayne, but he was the best Batman. Okay, Simon R. got some good points there. Got some good points. So yeah, I have to say I didn't like the way the suit fit Affleck. It looked funky. There you go. Let's see here. What else do we got? Did we miss somebody?
Can you look up
What?
Affleck in the Batman suit? Because now I want to see what he
looks like. You want to grab my phone? I'll show you. So yeah, this is Batman Day. I thought it'd be fun to just talk a little Batman
and watch some Batman movies.
We're gonna watch some Batman movies.
Yes.
Okay.
And play GoldenEye.
I'm not promising any of that. What are you talking about? Let's see. Ben Affleck, Batman. Let's see some images here for you.
Looks like a girl. Type full suit.
Oh my goodness. This is the most entertaining part of our show, huh? I don't know what you think is so funny.
You don't see that? Like, if you go,
there he is.
It like makes him look fat. He's like super wide.
Well, you know, he's a bulky guy, and you add a bulky costume on the top, and maybe I don't know.
You need new designers like me. I'd help them.
Oh yeah, like you're gonna be the Batman fashion designer. The new Bat costume, he's got like a little collar on his cape.
Oh yeah, it's it kind of looks like he's a detective.
I guess it could look that way.
Because in the show Very Comic Bro when they had to do the first appearances, and they asked, there was one where it was like Damian Wayne, and he had
and he has the collar. The costume? It's kind of like that, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, because that one he looks like a detective.
DJ Bebop and Rocksteady. That's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke. That's DJ his wife Bebop and him. And DJ name. What? Jennifer, come on. Brendan Fraser as Batman that's a hot take. That's a hot take. I don't think he's ever interested in slimming down and going all muscular again. Brendan Fraser's decided he's just going to be him, and that's cool. You be you, buddy.
Who's Brendan Myers?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
He's in the Mummy movie that we watched.
I didn't watch that. I've never seen the movie. That was Kate.
You can grab it off the shelf, I suppose, if you really want it.
What?
You can watch it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Why didn't you let me watch it before? Was it scary?
No. Come on, John. The poor guy needs the work. Hey, I agree. I want more Brendan Fraser in the world, but I don't know that he's interested in that. Carlito is DJ. Like a fat Thor, but Batman instead. I love Brendan Fraser. I love Gods and Monsters, I think, is a woefully underappreciated movie. Did you find it?
No.
It's under M.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that is.
M for Mummy.
I'm not all line at the end of the L's.
You got to look at the back row, too. There's a back row.
Yeah, the back row is all sick.
Teaching my daughter how to alphabetize live on YouTube.
G. It says G.
Then you're not anywhere close. Then.
I'm at L on the bottom.
Oh, I read Stray Dogs this week. Everybody had been telling me to read Stray Dogs for like months. And I was like, no, I never got an issue 1. I'm way behind. I'm going to wait for the trade. So I finally read it. The trade paperback for Stray Dogs dropped this Wednesday, this last week. So if you missed it, now is the time you can go and finally read up and hear what everybody is talking about. This is the new Image #1 5-issue series. Tony Felicis, I think, is the artist involved. And it's not a kid-friendly book, but an interesting sort of what if Don Bluth, you know, the animator, children's animator, did like a darker, scary comic book, but done in that animated style where all the dogs. It's worth entertaining and checking out. It's a spoiler free. I'm not ruining any of it, but it was an interesting, fun read, and I get it now. I dismissed it as like, oh, this art style is not for me. It's very much in the art style of like My Little Pony, which is where this artist came from. But I liked it, so it's worth checking out. I think there were some twists I wasn't expecting. I love how they kind of get in the mind of a dog, and they use that as kind of the central story element. So I thought it was definitely worth checking out. Air Spider got it. Stray Dogs. All the speculators are coming to my shows. There you go. There you go. I can't tell you. It's a pretty good alphabetized. It's not perfect. There's definitely some that are out of joint, but it's because I have a kids section and an adult section, so things are a little bit mixed up.
I found it.
Yes.
And I found this.
I don't know that he's on.
Talk to me about, so I will figure out what it is.
Clueless? Yeah. Let's see if there's a picture of him in a good spot. Yeah, I mean, there's no like. Oh, there he is.
That guy?
That's Brendan Fraser.
What's him? Batman?
Perry would be freaking out to see me sharing the Mummy here live on this show. So there you go. The Batman book, third to your left shoulder, is one of my favorite covers. Is he talking about this one right here? Sorry, it's good Lord, that one. And I do really love this cover too. This is Batman issue 67 from the Tom King run. That's the variant cover with his like standing over it. Yeah, one of the awesome. It's got that like it makes you feel it, right? So we have an alphabetized DVD shelf, but we have a section that's set aside for Marvel movies. So all the Marvel movies are separated out. And then we have a kids section, and I'm slowly moving movies as they become kid appropriate into that section as well. But the majority of the shelves are alphabetized. And then TV shows have their own section over here. So you can see like, let's see, what am I looking at here? So I see Hannibal and some Game of Thrones, and then some West Wing and some Star Trek, Scrubs. Yeah. So this is the mixture of things over here. Can't do alphabetizing alone. I have to do it by genre. I respect like how you do it. You know, there's a great sequence in one of my favorite movies called High Fidelity. And it's based, High Fidelity, if you don't know, John Cusack movie based on a great book by Nick Hornby, a British author, about an obsessive record collector, a music fan who owns a record shop and trying to make a living in collectibles, very much like our comic community world. And there's a great sequence where his friends come over and he is reorganizing his own record collection, and they're trying to figure out how he's doing it. And they're like, it's not alphabetical. And they're like, it's not chronological. And he says, no, it's autobiographical. He's arranging his records based on how they connect to his life. He's like, if I want to find this one album, I got to remember that I didn't buy it when it originally came out. I bought it 10 years later when this girl broke up with me. So it's in the 1982 pile, not the 1978 pile. Hilarious. It's a great movie. I absolutely love it. I'm a big John Cusack fan too, Ariel. Like I think he is completely fingerprints all across my movie history, and I think it's great. And there's a TV series as well that they gender swapped it, and so the lead character is a woman in the TV series. But I enjoyed the TV series as well. They used the same theories and stuff. So if you liked High Fidelity, the book, or the movie, you might like the show as well. A really, really entertaining series. But I mean, it's all great. Kirk, so brother, what is going on? Happy Batman Day to you. Hope you're doing well. Top 10 breakup songs from 1982, right? There you go. Sam's Tangled Web. I know you're not a huge DC fan, but happy Batman Day to you. And maybe you can tell me, Sam, is there a Spider-Man Day? Or has Batman just got his own day? I mean, he's rich enough to afford his own day, so maybe he's got his own. Maybe that's how maybe he just bought his day.
Yeah, I want to watch this. He looks like he has a Batman symbol burning through him.
The Mummy? Yeah.
It's like he's got a Batman symbol burning through his chest.
That is funny. It does look like it's kind of in the shape of the Bat logo.
It's Batman.
Carlito's mentioning a movie that John Cusack did called Identity, which is a very kind of funny, odd kind of movie. Carlito, if you've ever seen the movie Adaptation with Nicolas Cage playing twin brothers, not only is Adaptation a great movie, but all through it, you've got the one brother who is writing this kind of, artistic, meaningful drama, and the other brother wants to make this like pop culture serial killer movie, right? The serial killer brother is writing a movie that is making fun of the script for Identity. If you watch the movie, the script for Identity, he's making fun of that script. The movie hadn't been made yet, but in Adaptation, he's completely tearing that movie apart and making fun of how, like, no, it's all happening in the guy's mind, and he's the victim and the hero and the bad guy all at once in his head. It's hilarious. Yeah, Adaptation nominated for a ton of Oscars. It was a great movie.
Making fun of the other brothers,
but he's making fun of Identity.
By the other brothers.
The brother in the movie is basically writing Identity. Very funny. Very funny. This is such a good movie. I agree. I could talk John Cusack movies all night.
Oh,
I love John Cusack. You want to get it? I don't know that do I have that one? Do I own it?
I think so.
I've been slowly, as the girls get older, adding movies into their watch lists that they might have missed. And John Cusack is now, they're getting to the age where they can watch some Cusack movies. I have a feeling you're looking for Better Off Dead, which is a very funny Cusack movie, despite the somewhat dark topic and title.
What is the other movie
called? What other movie? Gross Point Blank. Starts with a G. I'm a big fan for sure of Cusack. I think he just makes a ton of, and when he wrote Gross Point Blank, and he wrote High Fidelity. Those are screenplays that he actually helped to create and craft. He's only written, I think, 3 or 4 movies, But he always, yeah. Well, I always feel like he's got some great stuff. Sorry. I always seem to come across dogs that look like John Cusack. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. He did that movie Must Love Dogs, right? Say Anything is another great Cusack movie.
Yeah, I am looking for the other one.
Did you find Better Off Dead?
No.
Oh, sorry. They recently watched Better Off Dead, which is a very funny teen comedy about a kid who's having trouble getting over breaking up with his dream girl. And he finds himself unnecessarily risking his own life to try to put meaning back into his own life. And it's very funny, but it definitely tackles the subject of self-hate and depression in a comedic method. So this one was very funny. And I want to say Savage Steve Holland is the writer director of this.
We also
I thought it was hilarious. We love it. That one's not a John Cusack movie. That doesn't really fit with what we're talking about.
But it's
so you're
cool.
just throwing up movies. Now you're just like sharing movies.
Recently, I watched that.
This is Ewan McGregor and Renee Zellweger in Down with Love.
I like him with brown hair.
You like Ewan with darker hair?
Yeah, I don't like him with blonde hair.
All right. My wife is a huge Ewan McGregor fan. He
could play a
number
Bruce
one on her
Wayne.
list is Ewan McGregor.
He could play a Bruce
This is
Wayne.
a funny movie, throwback to old movies.
I feel like he could be a Bruce Wayne, but not a Batman.
He's pretty short. He's not terribly tall.
But he could play a good Bruce Wayne.
You think he'd be Bruce Wayne? Well, he was in the Birds of Prey movie as the bad guy, the Black Mask. So he's in the Gotham universe now.
Everyone gets to have cool movies.
Everybody gets to have cool movies?
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
want us to be in them.
Oh.
I want to be in one.
Okay, so you're 11 now. You want to share what you got for your 11th birthday so far? You got some good stuff. Did you bring down your new friend?
Yes.
She got this book called Allergic
I gotta go get the
By-
other part with it though.
by Megan Wagner Lloyd and Michelle Me Nutter. Those are the names there. Allergic from Scholastic. It's a graphic novel. At home, Maggie is the odd one out. Her parents are preoccupied with getting ready for a new baby, and her younger brothers are twins and always in their own world. Maggie loves animals and wants a new puppy to call her own. But when she gets, I'm going to sneeze. Woo. When she goes to select one for her birthday, she breaks out in hives and rashes because she's severely allergic to animals. That sounds like Maggie's very sad. So there's a little bit of drama in that story.
In her own world, so I could get a puppy.
I mentioned this, and Nick Hornby is a phenomenal writer. If you guys haven't heard of him,
I would like to get like this big kennel with a baby kitten, so the kitten has places to like roam around in it, and then give it some toys and some scratchy thingies.
all right.
And kind of a kitten.
Okay, so what do you want to share first? I posted it on Instagram, but some people might not have seen it. Charlie got her letter from Hogwarts because she's 11 now. Look at the artwork on that.
What came with it?
And yeah, who delivered this letter?
An owl. Don't say his name.
An owl delivered your letter. There he is.
And I want everyone to guess his name.
Oh, goodness. They're never going to be able to guess
Yeah,
it
but
because
they might
you
have a-
kind of just made it up.
Yeah, but they might have better names.
Oh, they might have better names for this owl? Your little
The
owl?
baby one. The cute
Oh.
little baby. Demi Moore. Hogwarts letter is awesome.
Yep. So I posted this on my Instagram. The Charlie got her letter from Hogwarts.
I'm more interested in the owl.
Professor McGonagall herself wrote the letter. So she's got a little scroll here. So she's she's ready to enroll now. It's all happening. It's all deadly. All happening.
Get ready.
Let's see. Guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. I still think Carl Urban would have made a better Bruce Batman than I mean, maybe. I like Carl Urban. He's been great in everything I've seen.
Who's Carl Urban?
He played in the Lord of the Rings films, and he played in the newer Star Trek movies. He plays Dr. McCoy. Do you know what I'm saying? McCoy, the doctor. These things are a flying death trap. We're all going to die and be sucked out into the vacuum of space. That's like him when he's freaking out. That was my Carl Urban impression. And then in Lord of the Rings, he played Theoden's nephew. He's one of the horse rider brother, the brother of Eowyn. So he's Eomer in Lord of the Rings.
He dies, right?
He does not. No.
Oh, he's the one that everyone thought is dead. And
his brother, his uncle dies.
Yeah.
And he finds his cousin and tries to bring him back, but the cousin died. What house is Charlie going to be in? Oh,
all of them.
She originally did the quiz and got Slytherin. Not happy. That was the face that we got. Then we redid the quiz and got
Gryffindor.
Was it Gryffindor? Okay.
And then I did it again.
So she's like Harry. She's like in between the two houses.
Yeah, and then I took it at school and I got Hufflepuff, and then I did it again and I got Ravenclaw.
I don't know.
I got my own house.
Look, you're owly. She called it an owlie.
I named him Smidgy Widgy.
Smidgy Widgy. Loosely based on the Pigwidgeon. Because he's tiny like Ron's owl.
Mommy said, "What do you want to name this Smidgy Widgy?" And I was like, Smidgy Widgy.
Darn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a physicist. I don't know if he was in the Mummy Air Spider. I'm not sure about that. I'm a Ravenclaw, and Kate is a Gryffindor, and I don't remember what Mom was.
Mommy's a Hufflepuff.
She's a Hufflepuff. So we got a little bit of everything in our house. Charlie would have been a perfect Slytherin, but I get it.
I am a Slytherin and a Gryffindor. Ew.
Ew.
He looks like is that a beard?
No, he's the mummy, so he's like rotted flesh.
Ew.
Creepy.
Ew. Come on.
So Charlie's got a soccer game today, and we got busy things going on, so we're probably going to wrap this up. That was just for you, Carlito. I've been doing Bane. I've been doing Carl Urban. It's just for you, Carlito. I do this for you.
Not in it. I don't think so.
All right. Oh, yeah, it would actually say on the back there, wouldn't it? Give me the case. He's not listed on here. All right. But we got to get going. Charlie's got soccer. I got homework and things to get to. She's also got another soccer game tomorrow. You got double soccer games. You want to come and say hi, Kate, and have your bagel? We're saying goodbye. You don't have to. Kate just rolled in, but we are bouncing out. I hope everyone has a good Batman day. It's Batman Day. Kate's going to tell you her favorite Batman movie right now is
Scarecrow one.
The first Scarecrow one, Batman Begins. There you go. That's my girl. I hope you all enjoy Batman Day. Get some fun Batman books. And we will see you back here next Saturday.
Say bye to Smidgy Widgy.
Bye, Smidgy Widgy.